Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. Hey, and today it's Friday. What do we usually do on a Friday? At least if you're me, we do a Frosty Friday. So, what do we have today for Frosty Friday? Hmm, Well, first off, I want to let y'all know that this is an open tag that I created. I've had some good responses on it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Apologize about that. And I hope to continue getting more responses on it. Frosty Friday is an open tag where you share your Frost cutlery knives, fixed blade folders, whatever. I don't care if it's a Frost cutlery brand. And what I mean by that is today I'm showing an Ocoee River cutlery, which is a Frost cutlery brand. Show it on Frosty Friday. We just have fun here. We embrace Frost cutlery as you can get everything from the dollar knife on up to a beautiful classic, really, really, really super well made piece. So, with that being said, I'm going to take a drink of coffee. Then I'm going to get into this review or overview. Sorry, got my Batman cup today. Because y'all might not know this, but I'm Batman. Sorry, couldn't resist. Okay, what do we got today? We got the Ocoee River Cutlery, Frost Cutlery. See, there's Frost Cutlery. It's big folding hunter. There's the information. 5 1/4 inch closed pocket knife, high quality polished stainless steel blade, nickel silver bolsters, brass liner and pins, molasses resin handles with foam nylon sheath. This is the OC 550 APM. I just discovered 550 means that it is the big folding hunter. There's the other information. Sorry, it's hard to read. And it is made in China. So if you don't like salty knives, I guess thank you for at least stopping in and take care. And thank you because I know you won't enjoy the review. So we'll just, I guess, I'm not saying you have to leave, but if you don't like salty knives, you might as well leave because it's a salty knife. With that being said, look at this. This is a really well made sheath here. I really like it. The belt loop for me, not too bad. I have a big, thick belt. I carry I wear a gun type belt. So that might, never mind. My daily carries can stay there. A few little imperfections, like here's where the thread, I should burn that, so it doesn't have less chance of raveling. Is it raveling or deraveling? Raveling, I think. But, retains it well. The snap, wow, very good retention. The knife, we'll put the sheath off to the side here, but just a nice basic sheath. This sheath are just losing it. This knife is a beautiful two-bladed piece here. Look at that resin. Oh, that is just beautiful, beautiful stuff. The bolsters are beautiful. Let's look at this. Oh my gosh, the pile side's even better. See, I'll be honest with you. I've looked at this knife before, but I try my best not to look at them again, even because these have been in my collection for a while. I try my best not to look at them again because I want my reaction to be real too. You know what I mean? I want my reaction to when you see it and I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Let's look at the build quality. Okay, I can't complain. I couldn't remember. I thought this was built good. Now this is I did find a white one, a white bone one of these on Amazon. It was $21.19. Ocoee River is known from Frost to have a better build quality. Look at those, almost right down. Yeah, not too bad. Both okay. Not hitting anything. Build quality is really good. Man, I want to look at that resin some more. Look at that pile side. Oh my, I'm sorry. I'm going to start drooling here. That's just beautiful. Okay, let's get down to this review. Okay, let's see if the main blade. Okay, it's going to need some lube. Okay, because like I usually, I will tell you guys if I've already lubed knives or if I've done anything. This is straight out of the box. I haven't done anything to it other than handle it. Main clip point blade there. Beautiful match strike nail neck. Good looking piece. Does not have half stops. Little light there, so we'll be lubing this one live on air here. Just what y'all want to see, right? The spade blade. Actually, I don't think that's a spade blade. I think that's more of a Skinner style blade or upsweat. I believe upsweat they call that. Yeah, this is slightly upsweat. Beautiful piece there. There you got your China, and there you got your Ocoee River. It's got something on it, some lint or something on it. Feels good in hand. I will admit, it feels better in hand when the main blade's out because that sets in because that does come up quite a ways, but it's not obnoxious. You know, it's definitely usable. It's got good stopping action there. What do you say we put a little bit of lube on this and see what we can do? I'm going to use the ultra thin. It doesn't feel like it's. You know what? I'm going to use the ultra thin KPL because I want to see how well it cleans up, and I have found that the ultra thin seems to do a little bit better job at cleaning out the gunk than the regular. So this is like my flushing formula, and then the regular is my going to town, going to business formula. Let's see how she feels. Ooh, she's already feeling better. Wow, not bad. And like I said, I like to show you guys real life what I'm doing here. You know, once I get her cleaned up a little bit here, lubed up to where she's just really functioning nicely, then we'll talk a little bit more about the knife. Man, this one's cleaning up fast. Wow, I'm impressed already. Let's turn it up a little bit so the oil can run the other way. Man, that's feeling good. It's feeling like it's really getting some gunk and stuff out of the gear. Oh, it did. Let's do the secondary blade. We'll do this one this way first. Oh, there's something right there. I don't know what the heck that is. That was different than before. It's like it put some gunk down into it. Oh, there it goes. It washed out there. There we go. There we go. Getting better. Okay, let's get a Kleenex here. Look at that, guys. Let's get a Kleenex here. We'll get that cleaned up some. Try to fold it up so I can get a little bit of like a corner I can dab in there and get the stuff, get the gunk. This will first be off the secondary blade. And like I've shown before, all knives are going to have some of this. That's what came out of the back springs. Let's get the primary blade now. All knives are going to have some of this, you know, even case and, you know, Son and stuff. You're going to have some buildup. But like I've said in other videos, you know, when they're trying, that's from the primary, when you're trying to keep the prices down, you're going to get a little bit more of the uh, buffing materials and stuff like that because you know if they're going to skip a step, I would rather that I have to be put some lube and get it the way I want it to be, as opposed to QC being the where they skip a step. You know, so it's like you're going to skip a step, leave a little bit of gunk in there. I can do this for that's you know nice. Oh, that's going to be this is going to be guillotine, I bet. You know, where I could clean it up a little bit. Plus, I like doing this with my knives. You might think I'm weird. Probably am. And ooh, look at got some more of the good gunkiness out of there. I think it was Pete, Jersey Knife Guy, always makes a big deal on about cleaning up his knives, even new. And I used to think he is. I'm not gonna lie, I used to think he is nuts because I was like, man, I've never had that problem. Then you know, the more I dealt with it, the more I realized that I did have that problem. I just didn't know I had that problem because I didn't take the time to clean the pivots and stuff. So it's like I'm so glad I never left like some jerkhead comment about, oh, I don't know why you do that, man. It's not needed. They're brand new because he was 100% right, right and correct on that one. Sometimes I'll put a Kleenex on it to you know so I don't cut myself. Oh, my shoulders are killing me today with my neck. So this is not really doing me good, but hey, you know what? You do what you got to do for YouTube, right? Because I want to show my friends how nicely these clean up. Because, you know, I want you to enjoy Frost cutlery knives. I want you to go and take a look at them. I'm going to put a little more lube in there on each. In fact, I think I'll go with the medium now, the regular formula KPL. Get some good, more, what's the words I'm trying to say? More stickability of the lube, maybe. Is that a word? Stickability? Thank you. I don't know either. Oh, that's getting there. That is feeling, wow, look at the gunk coming out. There. Wow. Yeah, but like I said, me personally, I would rather have to do this a little bit and spend a little bit of time like this to get my knife to its best function as to, yeah, maybe I spend $10, $15 more and it's totally clean, but it makes them 10 or $15 more. I can sit here and watch TV or make a YouTube video for my friends. And I can have fun with this, cleaning it up. But the secondary is really gritty. I feel like I'm getting more stuff out of there. Ooh, thought I got myself, but I didn't. Oh, wow. Look at what's coming out on the spring here. Wow. Sometimes the grit you feel is not necessarily actually in the pivot. You feel the grit from the spring moving up and down. And you know what I mean? Even though I feel like it's the pivot, it's actually the spring moving up and down. So, well, that was a good chunk of it. Not all of it, but that's a good part of it. Let's get these both cleaned up again, and we'll do another test because I'm not going to go too long. We were already at 12 minutes. I like these videos. I like just hanging out and talking with you. You guys are my friends. My wife's at work. Because I actually film this on Thursday. She's at work. She works Sunday through Thursday. I try to always film a day ahead so that these get uploaded at generally a normal time, and also for the Friday and Saturday that I can have those days to spend with my wife. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just cleaning here. Let's see what we got. Primary blade. Oh, that's much nicer. Much nicer. Much nicer. Let's see the close. Great, 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 great. Let's see. The secondary was the one that was giving me some funky gunky. And you still feel the grit right there. Oh man, there's stuff coming out all the way down that spring. I might have to go to my garage and get like some WD-40 and use my air compressor and just really blast it. You know what I mean? Just totally clean out that pivot. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me do this for an hour or so. See how she is now, though. That's better. That's improvement. But there's definitely some grit still in the secondary blade. I went out. There might still be some in the primary blade too. But man, the primary feels really good. Oh, I just got out a bunch of gunk right there. Nasty oil. So, this is an ongoing process. It's just, it is what it is. You just, take your time. Like I said, if you make videos, do it as an educational style video. Have your friends watch and you chat with them, and just enjoy the time together. Because I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. Time is the one commodity that none of us can ever get back. I wish I would have realized that when I was younger. Now that I'm in my 50s, um, that's the primary blade. I got a piece of lint caught in the spring, piece of this caught in the spring, and I don't want to leave it there. So, trying to get it out. Doggone it. Sometimes you got to be careful. Oh, I got it there. Got to be careful when you're wiping down your springs because you can get, stuff caught in them. And time is the one commodity. I'll get back to that. That you can never get back. You can lose money, you can gain money, you can earn money. You can't earn time. You can't gain time. All you can do is do your best to stay healthy so that hopefully it prolongs your life so you get more time in that aspect. And the time you spend with family and friends is super important. I am learning that more and more, especially now that I have a grandson. I am realizing that these different times that, like, when I've been in pain and I didn't go over to, help watch him when his mom was still working, my wife would go over and, do it all. I should have went over there, even though I was in a lot of pain. I should have went over. I would have, those times I'm never ever going to get back. My wife could have driven me. She could have brought me home before she rolled in. Because honestly, it's about the same distance either way. Um, and I'm regretting that. So, just remember, I'm sure y'all don't really want a big old lecture. Look at that build quality even at the end there. But time is the one thing you cannot get back. Doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are. I know they say that Walt Disney is frozen, or at least his head is frozen. But there's a little bit of a jump right there, transition. You can feel it to the bolsters. But you can't get time back. I don't care how rich you are. It doesn't work that way. You don't get time back. So if you have a chance to make a memory with family or friend, go do it. If you have the chance and if it involves a cash money that you don't have, then maybe say, hey, I don't have the money this week, Tom or Ted or Terry or John or Jim or whatever. Um, but I'd love you to come over and we'll sit here and have a soda or have a beer if you drink and you partake in the spirits. I guess beer is not considered spirits, but you know what I'm saying. Boy, the pins are nice and smooth on this. Sorry, just things I'm noticing. So I'm sitting there rubbing my fingers over it as we're talking. But yeah, just remember that time you can never get back. When this minute that I'm making this right now is gone, I can never get that minute back. So do things in your life that add value to your life, add value to others. Um, this for me adds value to my life. It helps me get an outreach and talk with people and feel good about myself. I don't know if it adds a value to you all. I think it does to some people. I hope it does. I appreciate y'all watching. That's for dang sure. But just remember, don't let time pass you by. Wow, that got deep. I just got a mauga. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful piece of cutlery? Seriously. I mean, who could ask for more than that when it comes down to it? Just beautiful piece. Yeah, it's got some good snap now. And that secondary blade still got a little bit of gunky funky in there. We'll have to work on that more. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my little rant or whatever I don't know what it's called, if it's a rant or whatever I just did there. Thanks for listening to it. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the friendship. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love your guys' comments. Let me know what you think. And if you made it to this far, uh, hashtag time. Thanks for watching. Live long, prosper, and collect your own way.